Today we are going to speedrun all of the endings in Duck Season VR, a horror game about the 80s game Duck Hunt. The time starts when the game shows our character on the couch being bored in the summer. But as a good child, we go help our mom with the groceries when she walks in.
Oh, I will.
As soon as the game loads, it starts playing a tutorial, but I ignore it. While we're playing with the baseball bat, we can see our mom doing things in the kitchen, but then, out of nowhere, the baseball bat glitches out. We just continue to mess around until the tutorial eventually ends and we can actually get into the game. But at the end, it shows that the guy in the tutorial is going through some stuff, so that's neat. When we get into the game, we can look behind ourselves and we see ourselves in the TV. Hopefully that won't be important. I don't know. We also see someone in a dog suit, and I want to shoot him, but we don't for this ending. For the first few levels, it's literally just duck hunt in VR. Shoot the dogs, don't miss, but after 2 levels, we get into the minigame, like this. This one, we have to shoot 5 ducks in 15 seconds, or we lose. After each round, the room seems to change, but we don't really care about that. We don't pay attention to it. Here we go into a dream state where there's a sleeping, giant cats, a dancing dog, you know. Everyone dreams about this sometimes, and we just have to wake ourselves up by shooting. Then out of nowhere our mom asks if we've seen the knife. We don't have anything to do with that, right?
Tonight on News Channel 6 at 6 o'clock, the mystery behind the disappearance of several families in the Tri-County area continues to grow. What investigators are now saying about this bizarre case, plus your 5-day weather forecast and sports. All that's it.
Hopefully that's not important later. We just eat our pizza and go back into the game. This time we see the cassettes in like a dominoes kind of thing. So we just use them as dominoes, knock them down. Nothing much for this night. Except we see something recording us. And it's the dog out of the game. He doesn't seem to have any malicious intent. He was probably just recording something for his own YouTube channel. So we just go back to playing the game instead of telling mom. It's fine. After the final round of this, our mom says it's time to go to bed. So once again, like the good child we are, we listen. And this is the fiesta ending.
We can rent it another day since you liked it so much. But you know, I would have shot that annoying dog.
Oh, and you are right, Mom. You are right. We are going to do that. Yes. This is the music of my people. I love this. That's cool. Final fiesta. Wahoo! Luckily, we can just skip to the title since we already got the ending for this. So, second ending is basically the same, except we can start shooting the dog! Let's go! So yeah, that's cool. Once again, we see the dog outside the door, recording us. Also, our baseball bat starts having a seizure out of nowhere. So, that's fun. This time, when we look behind us, we see the dog standing there, not at all menacingly, at all. And then when we get back out of the game, we see that everything is all messed up and it's super dark outside. We turn around us to see our mom on the floor after sleeping on tomatoes, and the game says, "Come face me." I guess it's time for the boss fight then. We see that the kid is passed out on the couch behind us, and for one of the endings, we actually have to lose the boss fight, and the best way to do that is to do nothing. The dog will do whatever he wants, but that doesn't concern us, this ending at least. He's just trying to break our TV. Of course he does that. But then out of nowhere, it repairs itself like magic. And then we see the dog walking out from behind the stairs. That is creepy. He just waves at us and then turns off the TV, getting us stuck forever. And then we see a new kid. That's neat. Luckily, we can just continue the game instead of restarting the entire thing. Once again, we see Mom. She's sleeping. Now we're going into the boss fight again, but this time we're actually gonna win. We have to shoot all the dog people and the dogs, and then after all that's done, we go into the second phase. A gargantuan dog rises up from the water, and then we get a golden gun out of nowhere, and then the dog suddenly has laser eyes, and we just shoot those. Once the dog is defeated, we go back into the real world, into one of the most unsettling experiences in all of VR. The VHS just gradually getting louder. You don't know where the dog is gonna come from, and then you just shoot him, and then he ragdolls into the air, so that's nice. And then he explodes into Minecraft's redstone blocks, so that was pretty funny. This is the canon ending. We call the cops, tell them what happened, but they don't believe us. So, I mean, I don't know what about a dog coming out of the TV is so unbelievable, but nothing too bad. The kid just buries. He doesn't do it very well either. We pack our things and just get ready to get out. That's ending 3. Time for ending 4. For this ending, it's actually pretty easy to get. Every once in a while, we get a golden bullet, and if we look to our left, we can see the golden shotgun shell. So all we gotta do is keep shooting until we get that shell, and just point the gun into the sun. And then it explodes! It goes into a supernova or whatever, and we get nuked. At least that's what the ending is called. This ending is kind of weird because it's just the kid calling the mom and the names of the people in the credits, so that's a good way to do that. And then he goes into a ball and starts crying. Also, out of nowhere, the dog appears and then starts comforting him, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's ending 4. The 5th ending is pretty much the same, except we actually pick up the phone and call the police this time. You see the report on the TV, and when we call people, we don't actually talk to anyone. Instead, the person on the phone says this. So like she said, we're going to go back to playing some more Duck Season. After we play some more, we see the dog behind us again, but this time we have the police to help us, getting us the best man ending. And we see a news broadcast showing us that they are chasing the dog.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you a police chase. Officers appear to be closing in on a suspect related to the disappearance of several local families. We're told this person is armed and dangerous. Let's take you overhead now, live to the scene in our Sky
They are
6
literally
helicopter.
chasing the dog.
It appears we have
And then he
some kind of
literally
bipedal animal
comes
running through a
into
neighborhood,
our
some kind of a
backyard.
beast. He's rounding about through a home.
And then
straight
they
to the
start shooting him.
turning a corner, and we want
A lot.
Oh no, okay. Officers appear to be neutralizing the suspect. Let's cut through that feed right now.
Somehow, after he's shot, he's still alive after those shots. He completely tanked. He was just completely... He tanked all of those shots. And even after they leave, his eyes still glow. So that's creepy. Luckily, like the other one, we can just go to the title instead of staying. For this next ending, we're going back to the boss fight with the giant dog. And of course, we're going to win it like the champion we are. The only difference being, we're gonna lose the real life part. And we're gonna let him get close and attack us. We returned back to the annoying tape playing over and over again, literally giving me a headache. Then eventually the dog comes to attack, and we just chill out and let it happen. He comes close and then stabs us in the head. We lose consciousness, and then that is the dead ending. We load into a room where when we look down, the floor opens, only to show us the dog standing there next to our dead body, him noticing us, and then he waves at us, only for him to glitch out of here back into the game, and we're just left to see our dead body. But I'm not sure if I can show it, so that's why you see Markiplier. He's pretty flabbergasted, you could say. That's dead ending. For the last ending of the game, we just have to play normally without shooting the dog. And actually, it's only available once you've completed every other ending. So once we complete all the rounds, our mom is going to tell us it's time for bed again. And at first, it does show us the Fiesta ending, which completely scared me, as I thought I completely wasted all that time doing this. We see a tape with the dog bed, and then we see a message. Father? But that's just a theory. A game theory. And it teleports us into backstage where we get the dog ending. So all we have to do is spin this thingy a couple of times. We can hear some music. It gets louder and louder. It's pretty ominous. Pretty goofy, if you will. And then the wall opens up to show the dog, who's literally been controlling everything the entire time. And as soon as you see the credits, that will be time. 1:55:53. I'm pretty proud of it, and if we check speedrun.com, it is a world record. So take that, Easy Speezy! You're actual trash! I'm sorry, Easy Speezy, please hire me. Please hire me. Anyway, that's pretty cool. So, subscribe if you enjoyed. Bye.